Yeah, right now the town of Enfield is calling this incident unacceptable on all levels. Now the town, the community, and the school district are banding together not only to condemn what happened, but to also ignite a tough but needed conversation right here.
We had an unfortunate incident with our football team.
Enfield officials condemning this recent incident. The Enfield superintendent said the student athlete went door to door to neighbors for the football team's annual fundraiser, all the while wearing the team jersey. One neighbor said they weren't interested and called the student a racial slur. His letter to students and family reads in part, "I need to be crystal clear on this part. There is no place in our schools, our town, or quite frankly this country for what happened to one of our students this weekend. This type of behavior is not only unacceptable, but also repulsive." Enfield Police Department was called following the incident. Police investigated and say someone admitted to using the racial slur, but went on to say, and quote, "As deeply offensive as the language is, the use of the slur standing alone does not violate the criminal law." But the town says this incident doesn't stop here.
We did not want kids, adults, the community in general to think that that was okay. So we are jump-starting one of our community conversations that we've been planning to have over the course of the next year.
The Town Council and Board of Education will host these community conversations focusing on race, diversity, equity, and inclusion. The one kicking off next week will address this incident and more by having a tough but necessary open discussion.
We can start talking about expectations as well as the cultural diversity that I believe is part of Enfield's benefit.
Now, the goal of these dialogues is to increase cultural competency in the town.
And I think we have to start having conversations with each other to understand what that means, what these cultural celebrations are, what happens in some of our households of people that maybe we have not met yet.
The Board of Ed say, yes, these conversations are vital, but the focus cannot take away from the fact that this incident happened to students, and the priority is to ensure students are okay. I spoke with the Enfield Board of Education chair on the phone, and she asked not to be recorded, but said this community conversation really is a first step, and action is only meaningful if there are improved outcomes. Now, the town manager agreed and stressed that this is not a one-time conversation.
To evolve those conversations, because they're not one and done. They're conversations that have to continue and they have to evolve.
All right, I just want to reiterate that this incident did not happen on school property, on school grounds, or during school time. It happened during a fundraiser with the football team that they do yearly. Now, this conversation, this open community conversation, will take place right here on the town's green here in Enfield at 5:30 next Tuesday. And we're going to have more information online and on our news app underneath this story. For now, we're live in Enfield for CT Culture this evening. Raquel Harrington, Fox 61 News.